All right, thanks so much, guys. Yeah, Calibre Mining engages in the acquisition and deal making of gold properties. We are talking with Senior Vice President and Investor Relations, Ryan King, with us today to talk a little bit about how this format, Ryan, of the success that came from Kirkland Lake is being transformed, I guess, or used again in the same sense in this new venture in South America. Great to have you on the show. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about Calibre.
Yeah, thanks very much, Brendan. Yeah, so you're absolutely right. The same team that's formed Calibre Mining was very instrumental in forming Kirkland Lake Gold. We actually formed a company called New Market Gold that was very successful in finding new deposits, very high-grade underground deposits. And we then financially engineered that deal with Kirkland Lake, which went on and did, I think, set 6 or 7 times the share price when we merged that company. So we stepped back, we did that, and now we're on to Calibre Mining, where we're trying to rinse and repeat that opportunity. So buying gold production with exploration or optimization upside, and advance another new venture like that to create a multi-asset, multi-tiered gold producer with a lot of upside.
Go back to 2019 and talk about B2 Gold, which was the acquisition that Calibre made to kick off this new venture in South America. Tell us a little bit about that deal and how we got to where we are today.
Yeah, thanks. No, I mean, again, back in 2019, we acquired this gold production and partnered with B2 Gold for a US $100 million deal. And our operating team, particularly our chief executive officer, has done this many times in his career. He was almost 30 years at Newmont, looking at all their operations around the world and optimizing them. So Darren Hall looked at these opportunities and said, with focus and 100% of our financial resources, we can unlock a lot more value here. So over the last 2 years, we've been investing in the drill bit. We've been optimizing these assets through what we call a hub and spoke approach, because there's a lot of installed processing capacity in one of these mills. So capital has been sunk, and now it's all about what we can do, leveraging off the significant resources in the ground, but also the significant upside from the installed mill capacity that we can process a lot more than what we're currently processing.
Highest reserves in 10 years from these assets, which is quite the achievement and quite the asset to have, obviously. Let's talk a little bit about the cost ratio here, because when you told me when we had a little bit of a pre-interview call, that was very impressive. Talk a little bit about the cost ratio here for mining in this location and what that means for the company as far as funding going forward.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, obviously, it's all about the margin, right? And we've been very successful in optimizing the assets, not only from a production basis, but also from a cost basis as well by implementing this new operating strategy. So I think last year, our all-in sustaining cost was about $1,095 all-in sustaining costs, and gold prices were between basically $1,800 and $2,000 an ounce. There's a very significant margin there, which is allowing us to reinvest back into the assets, not only in the mines, but in particularly in the drill bit. I mean, I think we've averaged about 16 drills turning. That's all funded through operating cash flow that goes back into these assets to discover new zones or expand resources. And that's where the big value is. And that's what investors look for, is what is this upside opportunity? Through cash flow, we reinvest back into the business, and we work towards making those new discoveries and expanding resources. And that's really what it's all about when you look at a gold mining or any sort of commodity-based company.
And one of the positives that we can kind of lean on and reiterate here is the fact that the company is able to self-fund projects going forward. So if we're expanding outside of the current project, acquiring new assets further, that's all going to be funded in-house. There's no need to incur debt.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think year to date, we've got about $73 million in cash. Every quarter, we're doing $25 to $30 million in operating cash flow. We do about $5 to $15 million in free cash flow. And really importantly, we've been very focused on our capital allocation and discipline. We have no debt, and we are unhedged. So we're completely free to see the growth potential to the upside with where this gold price could go.
And exciting news as well out last week as the company announced it was moving into the U.S., acquiring some assets in the state of Nevada. Tell everyone about that.
Yeah, exactly. Exciting opportunity. And again, this is very similar to what we did previously in the Newmarket Kirkland Lake deal. Although this time we're going to stick with these assets and work very closely with that strong operating team in Nevada. Yeah, we acquired Fiore Gold, which has the operating pan heap leach mine in Nevada that produces about 40 to 50,000 ounces a year. They've done an incredible job there. And we see very good opportunity to grow the resource and reserve base there through the drill bit. But also there's a very nice development stage gold project within 20 kilometers of this asset. And again, like we've done with these assets in Central America, Nicaragua, we see the opportunity to self-fund through our cash flow and operations, not only to advance this gold rock project, but also to put some more rigs on the property and see what the opportunity could be from a discovery or a resource expansion opportunity, creating a much more stronger financial product that's all backed by gold. So very exciting to see where this could go in the future, in the near term.
Lots of opportunities in the gold space still. A lot of people obviously getting attracted to the Bitcoin type of mining and the cryptocurrency type of mining, but never want to forget about the traditional mining as well. Calibre Mining, Ryan King, Senior Vice President, Corporate Development and Investor Relations. Great to have you on the show. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks, Brent.
There we go, guys. Calibre Mining at CXB, listed here in Toronto.